I'm leaving the stuff on here. This is the second video I made because I got myself in the middle of this video and realized that I wasn't positive of the answer. And so I went and drew some stuff on some paper. And then I actually Googled it to make sure I was right. And then I thought about the math behind it to make sure that I understood what I was talking about. So first of all, I have my drawing here, and I made my I don't know if you just heard me talking because I just accidentally played one of my other videos. I made this screen clip right here. All right, I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. So I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Remember, rotations go counterclockwise. And it looks like that. All right, so when I made the first video, I looked at that, and I was like, yep, that's definitely the answer. Then I second-guessed myself and was like, let's check the rest. So that does not look the same. All right, it's the same thing, but it's not lining up. If I rotate it another 90 to go 180, obviously it looks exactly the same, which is why counterclockwise rotation of 180 is crossed out. Okay, 3 is the answer. Let me explain the diagonal situation to you. So when I did this, I remember when this was on the Regents exam, I actually took the Regents exam and I folded the paper super carefully and then looked through the paper to see if it lined up. And that was how I figured out that it was definitely 3. All right, you could rotate the paper and clearly see that it didn't work. But these sides are all the same, which means that I've got isosceles triangles here. All right, so here's the math behind this. That's an isosceles triangle. This is the altitude and also the angle bisector and also the perpendicular bisector, which means that that cuts it right directly in 2 equal parts. Okay, and it's the same thing if I erase all that stuff and look at the triangle on the other diagonal, this triangle right here. That is also isosceles, and that is also the altitude because the diagonals are perpendicular. All right. Now, I realize that this is in 7.1 and we haven't talked about this yet, which is why it shouldn't necessarily be here. So you will have heard me say this when we get to this point, that we probably want to come back after we get into 7.2 and look at this stuff again, which we will definitely do during class and talk about how to apply these things.